What's up? I'm Adam, one of the Upgrade guys, and today we're going to talk about hip extension. Hip extension is when your leg goes this way. So it's taking the limb away from you, opening this angle of the hip. And a lot of times people end up moving through their low back instead of their hip. And hip extension is not really much as much as people think. It's really about 20 degrees if you got a good hip. One way that we can start to think about how to feel hip extension is to go into a half kneeling position. I like to use a wall or hold on to something for support here, maybe a foam roller, because it's going to take some of the resources away that we would have to use to think about balance and direct it towards feeling the stuff that takes us into hip extension. So in this example, I'm using the wall. I'm here. First thing I do is I get nice and tall. And I think about my hip. The first thing I do is I want to do a posterior tilt. That means that if I have a belt buckle, I'm facing that belt buckle to the ceiling. If my hips are a bowl of water, I'm pouring the water out the back. As I've done that, if you have control of that motion, you might already feel a stretch on the front because you're bowing that motion. As I feel this motion, I'm already partway there in terms of feeling my butt and my hamstring stuff. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my knee to push the earth behind me as I feel this stuff work. And I'm going to hold for a brief pause. I'm going to slowly come back to here. I'll restart that again. I'll sniff some air into my stomach, get it tight. I'll tuck my hip, and then I'll push the earth back, aiming to feel my butt and my hamstring stuff taking me there. Once you've done that, another thing that you can do to feel hip extension is to lay down along a wall. And if I'm looking at the angle of my hip here, I want to be far enough from the wall that my leg is about straight. So if my ear has a straight line, my knee at most is going to be right behind that line. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sort of get, this leg can be here, it can be here, wherever you're comfortable, because we're really just thinking about this hip. So if you'll notice, if this would be adduction, this would be neutralish. I'm just up a little bit. And I'm going to feel that wall. I'm going to tuck my hip again. And then I'm going to start to, instead of just pushing the wall, I'm going to push the wall as I scoop my hips towards my face. And then I'm going to lift my knee up the tiniest bit towards the ceiling, and you will feel your butt light the hell up. Then you're going to slowly let it go. You're going to take a breath, tuck the hips, push the foot into the wall, push the wall away, scoop my hips towards my face, and then bring my knee up towards the ceiling an inch. And I'm going to hold. You should feel all of this light up. Good. So that's one way that you can start to think about hip extension and feel it. If you like this video, please hit like, please tell somebody, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are the Upgrade Guys across all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and obviously here on YouTube. We appreciate you watching our stuff.
Upgrade your shit.